Back to the Smoke and Joke Show. Another day, another episode. And today, we bringing you gun violence. Today, we bringing you marijuana awareness. It's what we do. It's the show. Mr. Smoke and Joke, come smoke with us. Smoke and Joke. We back. Say no more. Alright, so today, since we're not going to be smoking, since I'm not going to be bringing you that in that form and fashion, you know, we have to talk about marijuana. So it's going to be a marijuana stock day. We're going to talk about the stocks. Now, we already started talking about them. We gave you a list of 5, 7, 8 stocks that you're supposed to be following. And then 2 more episodes, we're going to check those stocks and see where they stand. So we're going to give you a few more. Let's go with the symbol GRWG. That's Growth Generation Corp. Right now, presently at 576. You got MAPS. That's WM Technology Incorporated. Also maybe at 576. So these are more or less some of the stocks that we can actually deal with. I know before we talked about a few that was 100 and something, 200 and something, 300 and something. They get up there. But there are some that we can deal with, some that we can find, we can locate, we can price, and we can buy. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to follow the ones, high and low, but we're going to find the ones that we can deal with. There's another one, XX11. That's 22nd Century Group. And that's at 176 right now. Now remember, 22nd Century Group, that might be something that you want to look into. And hold on, before I even get into myself, I forgot to say Jazz, J-A-Z-Z, Jazz Pharmaceuticals. That's at $152.64 right now. So we're going to look at it, but just because we look at it don't mean we got to play with it, like, okay? So that's 3 stocks that we're going to look at, we're going to watch, we're going to follow, we're going to see what the growth like. And see if it's something you might want to invest in on the Smoke and Joke Show. So, like I said, it's Mr. Smoke and Joke. Come smoke with me. Smoke and Joke, we back. And we here to talk about what we've been talking about, marijuana stocks. We're going to touch on a few ETF stocks. You know, the ETFs is the bundle stocks. It's when you put a bunch of companies together that's the same goal and sell it. So this is an ETF stock. We're going to go with YOLO, Y-O-L-O. That's Advisor Shares Pure Cannabis ETF. That's at 760 right now. You have POTX. That's Global X Cannabis ETF. That's at 315 right now. And then you have CNBS. That's Amplify Seymour Cannabis ETF. It's at 898, bro. CNBS, like. Yeah, CNN is some BS. But, yeah, so there you have it. That's the roundup. We gave you 4 regular marijuana stocks. We gave you 3 ETF marijuana stocks. Follow them. If you don't, I will. And like I said, a couple shows from now, we're going to go back to them, see where they're standing at, and see if it's something we want to invest in. I'm investing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm already invested, so you better catch up. Smoke and Joke. Mr. Smoke and Joke, come smoke with me. Back to the Smoke and Joke Show. Today we're doing gun violence awareness, and we have ELAINE Lee, who is a gun violence awareness advocate. She will be coming on to talk to us about gun violence, the things that she's experienced in and around it, and I might even share myself. So let's have her out right now. ELAINE Lee, come out, please. Come around. What happened? Come on. Yo. Might cut. Yo. Okay. It's your host. It's a podcast thing. It's your microphone. You get my microphone, right? ELAINE Lee.
ELAINE Lee in the house.
Give her some room, let her get in here so she can get busy. So how are you? Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just took some doing, but we got it here. She was a little skeptical, the marijuana thing, like, you know, she's in the political field. What are you actually doing?
I don't smoke.
And let's say that she doesn't smoke, so if you watch me try to put her in that position, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't smoke, I don't
right.
drink. I only eat sunflower seeds and drink ginger ale.
Okay, better life than that. Right?
Yes.
I've been on oatmeal last week. So, we just, I'm sorry. Okay. So that being said, what is it? What do you do? I'm saying, like, what's your professional title? Like, let the people know that first.
So I'm actually the chief of staff to the Southport Councilman, John Sharp James.
Okay, and as far as gun violence awareness or gun awareness, like what's your role in that? Like how are you trying to affect change in that, and how has gun violence affected you?
Okay, so gun violence affected me because not only did I lose my son to gun violence, and one of my other sons was shot 18 times, and then a year later he was shot. Well, 2016 he was shot 18 times, and then 2018 he got shot 7 times. And then in '99 I lost my brother, my only brother, to gun violence, and so definitely, I have a lot of.
Yeah, let me just say, that's you saying that, that's you saying that, like it's like touching, it's going straight to my heart. It's not like I had a bad heart, but it's like that's crazy. Let me get myself together because I'm sensitive, y'all. Like I'm sensitive. Mr. Smoke and Joke is sensitive. Like this is touching. Like so.
So do the weed make you sensitive?
No, like I'm just not. That's what we saw. I'm gonna take it from the top. All right, Smoke and Joke show. We got ELAINE Lee here, and she's here to talk to us about gun violence awareness, gun violence prevention, and we're going to even talk about some experiences she's had with gun violence. So I'm not going to hold you guys up. I'm going to let Miss ELAINE talk, tell her story. So can I say, once again, I'm going to have to ask you guys before, but now what's your title? Like, what do you do? Like, what's your professional title?
So I'm the chief of staff for the Southport Councilman John James.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So you pretty much got a job where you're in the town. Like you see what's going on. You kind of like got your ear to like I won't say the streets because we're not in the streets, but the schools and the different places where the kids are evolving and growing. So okay, so it makes you somebody to talk to. Yeah. So there's somebody to talk to. So now let me just say. What experiences do you have in gun violence? Like, who have you lost to gun violence?
Okay, so previously I was talking about that I lost my brother in 1999 in the city of Newark. And then later in 2018, I lost my son. But in 2016, my middle son got shot 18 times. And then 2018, after my son was murdered on March the 1st, April the 4th, they shot my second son 7 times. And he was with a girl and she passed away in the car. So I'm definitely know about gun violence.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. When you say your son was shot 18 times, that throws me because, I was actually shot 18 times myself. I don't really talk about it or try to advocate, but I would like to. I guess now that you're making me feel like I need to be like, because I didn't know that we had stories that people wanted to hear. But like obviously I saw you this weekend and Saturday was a rally that you were attending. What was that? And like what was, can you tell me a little bit about that? Like,
so that was a gun violence prevention rally, and they asked me to come speak, so I was the speaker.
Okay. All right. And I was there, and you did very well. And this is like why I wanted you to come on the show, because I knew like you had a message that people needed to hear. You had a message that was worth sharing. And like, so we're here now. Like, ELAINE Lee, she's gonna share a story with us, and we're gonna get into it. So, like, how is it living in the city after the shooting though? Like, because your brother was killed in the city, your son was shot in the city, and your other son was killed in the city. So, does it turn you off to the city? Like, does it make you want to be somewhere else? Like, do you feel like why like this is too much to be going on in this one place, this one town?
So it is a lot of killing and shooting in the city of Newark, but I don't feel like it deters me from leaving it. I love the city, right? Even though my son was murdered, my brother was murdered, I still love the city. I love our children. I originally was in the school system, so I worked at Chancellor Avenue School for 18 years. So I was an aide, and then I was a parent advocate, and so parent liaison. And so I worked with families and the children. So I love the youth. I mean, definitely. I really don't blame the mayor or blame the city. It's just what goes on.
So the occurrence is just tragic. It's really tragic. So now, like in making other people aware, what is your mission? Like, what do you want to do to make other people aware of what's going on? Like as I saw that you were sitting with other mothers who went through the same thing you went through, other aunts, uncles. I saw guys out there advocating, and it's like, so it's almost like it's definitely epic. Like it's almost like the pandemic. Like it's coming through. It's sweeping through the towns, the city, states, and it's everywhere. Like it's gun violence is crazy right now, and we're losing a lot of people to it. And it's just like we gotta do something. Like what would you like? Do you have? Are you creating a platform where you can actually try to create a resolve for it? Like, do you think there's a way that we could kind of get the levels down?
So really, I'm working on that. What I do, I can't really talk about getting the levels down, but I can talk about what I do.
Okay.
And so I started a business called Like Mother Like Sons.
Okay.
And the reason we came up with that name, because my son who died was a rapper,
okay.
and I am a poet.
Okay.
And then once my son, the second son, got shot, he started writing poetry.
Okay.
He originally got locked up because when he got shot the second time, there was a gun in the car in the back, and the people who was with him left, so they ended up charging him with the gun. And so while he was in there, they knew he was grieving. They knew that you lost your brother, now you lost your friend. So one of the ladies gave him a book and told him to write down his thoughts. And he came up with this powerful poetry. So we decided to let's do a book called Like Mother Like Sons, and we'll throw all our poetry in there. But previous to that, we would go, once my son died, we would go into the schools.
Okay.
And we would talk to the kids, because it was said that the reason they killed my first son, my oldest son, because they was trying to get at my second son.
Okay.
And so we wanted to go into schools. He felt responsible, because if that is the case, then 2 people passed away due to him. That's his feelings. And so he was feeling like, if we can save 1 life or 2 lives, so go into the school and just give them the awareness, like from a mother point of view and from a son point of view. Then I had other mothers come on with me. Sonia, she had 3 sons that was murdered. Then I had my daughter's girlfriend. She was a gang member, and she had a gun in her pocketbook. She was my daughter's best friend, and her 5-year-old went in there and got the gun and shot the 4-year-old in the head. The same time Greg was laying up in the hospital, so they called me screaming, and they saying he's at the hospital, he's shot. I looked out the window, I was able to look out the window, and I actually went downstairs and prayed for him, right? Yeah. And we was in a circle. So the difference is, why I started what I started is because I don't grieve like other mothers. Mm-hmm. And I felt like because I don't grieve like them, maybe I need to get them to where I'm at. And the mothers that I was talking to was grieving without hope, right? Yeah. They wanted to die. They didn't want to be here no more. And I was just grateful God gave me 30 years with my son, right? Okay. And so because of that, I just want them to be able to take what happened to us and use it in a good thing. Everything bad is not bad, right? And so we know we coming to go, right? And so we going to celebrate them. We not going to let them die in vain. And so I get on my son's Facebook page and I'm like, hey, Eric, mommy loves you, or hugs, and I do this once a week. And I'm going to let my son live. Like they took the body, but we going to keep the memories going.
Yeah, definitely.